Nerds! Welcome back to my channel, guys. So, today we are starting another reading vlog. We are doing Goodreads chooses my next reads. That sounds horrible, but it's okay because it's a fun video. So if you guys don't know, Goodreads, well, if you don't know what Goodreads is, it's a place where you can get all the juicy tea about books. You can like kind of set your own goals for books, what you want to read. You can create like a wish list, like different things like that. It has so much to it. It's awesome. You can get the app, whatever. This is not sponsored, but it's amazing. I didn't know what it was for so long, and I'm like, what are people talking about? And then I had to figure it out myself, and so I didn't appreciate that. So now I'm here to share it. If you guys don't know, if you like finish a book, Goodreads will like recommend you new books, or if you go on, it'll say like, because you're reading this, here's what we think you like. Or because you like this, here's what I think, whatever. So I'm gonna use those to kind of pick what I'm reading next. But I thought it was a fun video. Let me know what you guys think. First, if you guys like reading, if you guys like Goodreads, if you guys like all the nerdy things, definitely give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's just get started. Alright, so let's go over to Goodreads. We're gonna go in, it says top picks for you. It has like a little section, which is cool. So it has horror and classics, which I don't know how they picked those two like genres. It's so weird, but I am gonna pick a book that I like if I have it, because I really don't want to go out and buy it, you know what I'm saying? I really want to read this. It's Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I really want to read that. That was the book I almost bought during Prime Day, but I did not. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I looked through this earlier, and it seems to change every, like, it seems to change, like, whatever obviously the top picks are for you. I think it probably just depends on either what you're reading or like what other people are loving, so it does change. So I was nervous if it would be changed or not. But they have King of Battle and Blood with it, so I'm gonna grab it and we're gonna see what else they have, but I think I'm gonna read that one. Again, this is King of Battle and Blood. I'm like, yeah, I really want to read it. I really do. So let's keep going. Honestly, I really want to read the Cruel Prince as well, but I don't have that one. All of these are really good. Wait, let me just add these to my want to read, because I know I really want to read them all. Okay, I'm just gonna look through classics again, just in case something else tickles my fancy. I'm kind of glad there is not a romance section, because I really don't want to read a romance right now. I did try, but it's not for me right now. It's not the vibe in this moment. Okay, yeah, I don't know why I thought I would want to read a classic. Okay, so I added a few to my want to read list, which is nice. But we're gonna read King of Battle and Blood. I'm in a fantasy mood, I am. And so here we are. I'm so excited about this. Okay, chapter 1 is done. I know it's early, but I wanted to just tell you that I'm obsessed. I'm excited. I am in it. I just want to keep reading. So I wanted to just quickly pop on and tell you I am enjoying this. Again, I thought I was facing a book slump. I thought I was nervous. But like, no, I'm in this. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so good. I'll probably update about halfway again, and then probably not until the end, just so this video is not too long. But I wanted to give you that little snippet of me being obsessed. I'm so obsessed. I'm so excited. Good morning, guys. I'm so excited because there's so many just like Oh my gosh, my hair looks crazy, but it's okay. It's in like a claw clip, but it's so wet that it just looks crazy. But I am like so deeply addicted to this. I am so freaking excited because I kid you not, I thought I was in a slump. Literally, guys, I stayed up till probably like 2 a.m. reading all of this. I'm almost halfway done. I mean, I'm over halfway done for sure. And didn't start like super early. I feel like I started at like 7. But I read a lot last night because I was just like, whatever. So even like sometimes when I'm really excited about a book, I'll go to sleep because I'm like, okay, I'll stop here. And I'm like twisting and turning and I'm like, okay, let me pick it back up and just keep reading a little bit until I'm super, super tired. And that's what I did last night because it's so good. First of all, vampires, check. Just the language that they're speaking does something to me, and I didn't know it could, but I love it. It's not even like a language, it's just they're so proper. Like everything is, it isn't, there's no isn't. It's like it is not, you know, everything is like, but it's so amazing because it's like, does something to my soul. Adrian, kill me. He's so hot. He's so like his boyfriend, his kingness is fine, you know, like everything he does, just like I'm like, yes, so many banger moments. I'm even highlighting a little bit, and there are funny things. There are just like they're not like super in-depth funny things, they're just little like cute banter things. Or like this one guy says like he's like, I just didn't want to lose my balls tonight. And she's like, well, I'll protect your balls, but, and it was just a funny moment. And so it was just so cute. There are some amazing characters that are just fun. And like, obviously, like they make it all the more exciting. And I'm obsessed. I honestly think that like this book is going to be like one of my favorite books ever. And I could see why people are liking it. Again, Adrian is so cute and he calls her like Little Raven or like my sweet, and I'm like, you're so cute. And something about vampires and open door romance, if you know, you know. So good. All right, I feel like I'll tell you guys after I finish the book because I'm probably gonna finish like ASAP. I look so tired. There was one point in this book, literally like one little point where I was like I'm getting, not kind of bored, but I was kind of like, I don't know. It was just one moment where I was just like, maybe this won't be like 5-star. But then it like picked up and I was like, yes, you brought it back. It is so good. If you guys, I never know like what you guys want to hear basically in these, but basically there is this vampire king, and all the other kingdoms are like owned are like run by humans, but the vampire king is basically trying to conquer all the rest of them, and then he gets to the one kingdom and he says, like, the king of that kingdom, the human king, says he'll surrender. And the vampire king, Adrian, is like, okay, yeah, like, whatever. Yeah, sure, surrender. He's like, but I want to marry your daughter. And it was like, psh. And then he was like, that's, like, the only option here. Like, either I marry your daughter and you surrender, or, like, it's a war. Like, and all the human people obviously know, like, they can't kill the vampires. So, they, like, are obviously, like, torn. But then the dad's like, no, absolutely not. Like, I would never do that to my daughter. No. And then the daughter's like, well, it's like my choice. And so obviously you can guess where that kind of goes, but obviously if you want it to be a surprise, then I love reading books as surprises. I will say that 100 million times because I like to just know. I didn't even read the back of this one because I just wanted to know, and I'm glad that I just kind of went with the flow because, again, this is one of those books where a lot of things are surprises, and I'm learning that with fantasy. Like, a lot of things just come out of nowhere. There's a couple things that were a little predictable in this, but for the most part, there were things that I was like, no freaking way, or I was like, why did that have to happen now? Are you kidding me? And like just different things like that. Obviously there's a part 2, so it kind of ends on a huge cliffhanger. But it was intense. That last chapter was in freaking tense. The moment we've been waiting for. Over to my Goodreads update progress. I've finished this book 5 freaking stars. Okay. I can't remember how instant it is that it emails. Really gotta pee, so I'll be right back. I got my email. You have finished King of Battle and Blood. Here are some ideas on what you can read next. Okay, here, let's try this. It says, because you're reading King of Battle and Blood. Let's see if it'll give me some options that I have. Okay, I think we're gonna just do it. I was avoiding the Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, not because I don't like it, because again, like the first option it gave was The Serpents and the Wings of Night, which I've read, but the second one to that is the Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, which I can read, which I'll read. But I was saving it for a video, but it's fine, because honestly it's better in this video anyway. So we're gonna read the Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. Let's do it. This book is just so, like, not this book, but like this series, Marissa Broadbent is just so good. Literally, I just read the prologue and like everything came back from the first book. It's just there. This is home. This book feels so good to just be starting and reading and clinging to. It is so good. Her writing is incredible, and I only read the prologue. And I'm in it. I'm already in the second book. I'm taken right back to where the first book ended. I'm here with these people and I'm so excited. Wait, I'm back. This one is in dual point of view. The prologue was in, I don't know how to say his name, Ryan's point of view, but like I thought maybe she was just like teasing us, like giving us his and then going back to hers. No, I just flipped through because it says her name at the top of the chapter, which usually indicates that there's going to be 2 different point of views, and then I just saw he has chapters in his pile. I'm so excited. Yes. Hello guys, real quick. I'm over halfway through this book, so I'm on page 370 right now. It's like at first it wasn't even that I was slow, it was just that like it's so reading the first book, obviously you know what to like kind of look forward to, so it's kind of drawn out for you. They're in these trials, whatever, someone's gonna win, and then obviously they meet each other and you're like, yes. So you kind of know, you kind of like, you know where it's going. Well, this one, it's like all of that hard work, it's like it honestly has gone backward, and so you're definitely building a relationship again, like between the characters, and like, you know, how you feel about them. You don't know like what to feel sometimes because it's like, it's just hard to explain. You don't know what to feel sometimes, and then I feel like you don't know who's right, basically, because I feel like you're still missing some part of some information, you know, that obviously that keeps coming out slowly, but I'm like, it's just like obviously not right there, so then you don't know, you're so conflicted, and I love that. I do love that because it's so like intriguing. I feel like at first I was just like, okay, like it was not boring, but a little bit slower, I should say. Because again, the trials are so fast paced because they're trials that I really like that, and the book kind of jumps right in. The first book kind of jumps right in. So this one again takes a little bit of time in the beginning because you kind of have to like dot all your I's and cross all your T's in the beginning so you can get into it. And then when you get into it, you don't get into it. Like it just is like there and you're like, yes, like keep going. Let's see what's happening. Like what's the tea? And so right now some crazy stuff went down. There are a little few plot twists. So I'm just really excited. If you're someone who's starting this book and you're kind of like, come on, like give me more, it gets there. You done get the more. And then I don't even know, like right now we're really at a like not a crossroad, but I really have no idea what's gonna happen. Honestly, like I have some guesses, of course, or like some obvious places that the author could go. I'm just not sure that she will go there, and so I'm like, I don't know what to expect. So I'm gonna keep reading. I'm so excited. There were moments where I was like, oh my gosh, is this really gonna just like kind of, I don't know, I just felt like I wanted more. But then it brought it home. Like it was so good, and I'm like again addicted. Like I want to read the whole series all over again. I really love just the characters. Honestly, it's really, this whole story, like obviously it's really good. It feels like it really does feel like just Hunger Games. Like you know how Hunger Games kind of they have the first one that's in the Hunger Games, and then the second one's in the Hunger Games too, but then like it kind of ends like in more of the districts, basically, you know what I'm saying? So then it kind of feels like more warish. That's exactly how this kind of went, where this book was definitely more like warish, and like well, I don't want to spoil it all, but anyway, basically it's just like more warish in a way. They're still looking for stuff, there's still a goal, there's still something to achieve, and I like that. It does like kind of change, obviously their goal kind of changes eventually, but I think the real like iconic thing about this are the characters. They are addicting, and I'm like, honestly, like I'm really scared for the next set of like books. She said the next book is coming out in spring summer 2024, so next year. And the thing is that it won't be, Ryan and Oriah I don't think will be the main characters. I think it will be someone from a different house. She did say that I did read something where she said Oriah and Rain, I don't know how to say his name, are not done. She said they're not done. They're coming. And I'm like, oh, good. Because I just, it's addicting. I love their characters. I even love like Vale and Lilith got their little cameo. That was iconic. Mish, oh my gosh. Again, I don't know how to say her name. I think it's Mish or whatever. I love her, and I'm like, please give me, I want her to be the main character. I need it. I need her to get her own book, please. And then there's this one guy who like kind of ran away, who's like, you know, he's gonna be a big problem later. I just don't know how they're gonna do it. Like, where is he gonna be a problem? Do Oriah and Rain get to like get their justice against him? I don't know. So I don't know, but I'm so excited. I feel like this was a great, like, you get closure, you feel happy and content, but you still, like, I could read another book, read another series, I would be fine, but like I know that I will always come back to this, and I will be ready when the next book drops, you know what I'm saying? So I'm so excited. 5 freaking stars, amazing, so much fun. I love this book so much. This is like the best series I've read. It is literally so good. No complaints. I feel like it was a roller coaster ride that I would definitely ride again. It is a very long book. It is really hefty. This is definitely a book that if I had a Kindle, I would have read on the Kindle. Before I had finished the book, I actually hit that I finished it on Goodreads so that we could look at the email. I didn't have to wait for it to pop up. So I'm gonna pull that up first just to see. Okay, you finished The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. Here are some ideas on what you can do next. Okay, so obviously Fourth Ring I've read. I've never read that middle book, Rule of whatever, but I do have Divine Rivals. Oh my gosh, I used to read Divine Rivals. I'm gonna look on actual Goodreads and see what else it recommends. Because again, I'm trying to save, like I'm reading all the books I was trying to save for a specific video, which is okay, I could read other books, but let me just look. It says, because you're reading The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, Rule of Aurora, the Aurora King. What does that mean? Okay, the Trial of Sun Queen, Throne of... Okay, it looks like we're reading Divine Rivals. I honestly, again, I was saving it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna read it. Should I read it? Okay, let's read it. I'm gonna go outside though, because I've been out here for a long time, but I'm gonna go inside and we're gonna start it. Great, so I'm only on chapter 2, but really quick, just for all the people out there who don't know this, this is written in third person. I feel like it's one of those things that people just don't say, and maybe it's like known because this is kind of like historical fiction. I just don't know if historical fiction is always written in third person or what. So maybe everyone else knows but me, but I've never heard anyone say it. And so I was not expecting it, but I have read a few books that I do like that are third person, so I'm gonna read it because I've heard it's amazing. I feel like there is a certain, you have to start it off a certain way where I'm hooked and then I'll like continue it even if it's third person. I feel like there are a few books that I've read, which maybe I'll do a video like, you know, just talking about third person books in general, because I feel like that could be so much fun. There are some that are just don't hook me, and I'm like, oh, like, so now I'm turned off, and now it's in third person, like, definitely not reading. But this one I'm actually really excited. We don't know that much yet, but I'm really excited. Like, her brother, we know her brother's at war. We know she works for, like, I guess, newspaper company. And so, again, her rival is this guy who also works there. She's 18. I did not know that. I think that this book is in 3 parts, like 3 sections. So I don't know if it, like, if she gets older or if it's, like, you know, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know if she, like, gets much older, I should say. But right now she's 18, and I was like, what? That's, like, young. But, like, I get the vibe they're going for is, like, you know, back in the day. But also, like, they talk about, like, gods and stuff, like, little g. And it's, like, interesting. And I'm like, where are we going with this? Like, what's happening? And so it's kind of intriguing, and I'm excited. And I'm like, right off the bat, honestly, it does not seem like a book that so many people would love. So that's, I'm like, shooketh. But, like, I'm going to keep reading, of course. I'm over halfway. I'm about almost 300 pages in. I'm literally almost done. And I am like, I could cry thinking about, like, the author, the beauty that it took this author to write this book. It is so good. And I'm so scared what's gonna happen at the end, guys. I'm, like, so scared. I'm terrified. Honestly, genuinely. I'm like, what's gonna happen? So if you guys don't know, this story is kind of written old-timey. I think I've said that already, but it's like a war, basically. So a war between 2, like, gods, who, there are a bunch of, like, no one knows for sure exactly what happened, but there's a bunch of, like, myths and, like, stories that, like, people have going around. So obviously everyone decides to pick one side and, like, kind of fight for that side. And so this main girl, she actually works at like a newspaper company, and she's wants this job, but her like rival, the other competitor basically, also obviously wants the job. They're really good at doing whatever they gotta do. They're really good at their job basically. And the guy who like owns the news, whatever, her boss is like, you know, only one of you gets a job. The other one can, I didn't know this, but the other one can keep their job. It's just obviously not the better paying job. And so it was like insane. Anyway, so again, there's this war, so they're reporting on this war, but they're only allowed to write like certain things in the war, blah, 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 blah. And so it's like, this main girl, Iris, she goes through so freaking much. Her brother actually ends up going to war as well, and so that's terrifying. And then she just deals with so freaking much. But eventually the competing like newspaper company, they put out that they're sending writers to war. So they're sending them out to report obviously on what happens, like write stuff out, but they'll send them to the front lines or whatever, and they get paid like this great amount of money, whatever. So this is like enemies, I was gonna say enemies to rivals. This is kind of enemies to lovers. And just like there's so many good things. Oh my gosh, so freaking cute. I was saying this too, like, you know, it's not like this sappy like love story. There's so much more depth to it, which I think is amazing. I even saw well, never mind. But there's so much depth to it that makes it so much good. Like, so it's like fantasy romance. I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere that I don't know, I thought it was just romance, but apparently it might be fantasy romance, because technically like the like added elements are fantasy. No idea how this one's ends. I'm really scared because there's a lot of like options as how it could end, and I'm really nervous, but I'm also really excited. I didn't record the last like chapter, and I'm freaking out because what is gonna happen? Who are these people? Is it actually, I don't want to spoil it, but is it who is it? Who is it? If you know, you know. Who done is it? I'm scared. On page 336, I just got to chapter 42. I'm dying. Okay, let's read. No flippin' freaking way. I will be the one. I will be the one to tell you. If you do not like books leaving on a cliffhanger, do not read this book. OMG, my heart. 8 billion stars. 5 billion. 8 billion stars is what I said. So 8 billion stars, a quadrillion stars. Oh my gosh. This is one of the best books I've read all year. I think what's so good about it is that you don't expect it at all. At least I didn't expect it at all. Like, I didn't, like, if you told me I would love this book, like, describing it, I'd be like, or if, like, you know, Instagram and, like, social media wasn't a thing, and someone was like, hey, people are loving this book, like, you should read it, I'd been like, yeah, no, probably not for me. It is so good. And I need to know what happens ASAP. When does it come out? The book doesn't come out until like freaking December? Yeah, December 26th, because she's trying to play us. Oh my god. This is so intense. Okay, disclaimer, I'm gonna share some spoilers, so if you don't want to see that, definitely just click off. Or just, you know, move a few minutes ahead, but I'm spoiling some stuff. I don't know if I would be mad at my brother, or like if I would be like, I don't know. I would be so floored, because it was like, she said, like, he was so close, and you really gonna play us like, oh, we gotta go, and then you're gonna grab me by the throat? It's a wrap. There ain't no freaking way. I would have been floored. And like, I get it, you know, it's like, I don't actually get it, because obviously I've never been in that circumstance, but like, I understand that, you know, war does a lot to a person, but also like don't grab my arm like that. And then for me to tell you like this is my husband, it's not even like my friend or like, you know, my buddy, it's my husband. Like you're gonna run after him and you're gonna go grab him. Like how dare you? I'm just like in shock. I also am so mad. I'm like, Iris, do not leave Roman's side. She's freaking running to go get planks for a guy, for someone. I'm like, seriously, you're just really gonna do that? And like, honestly, you deserve this, because why did you go do that? Who told you to go run? Like, why? I don't understand. Also, why would you stay in the town when you know you're gonna lose? Like, there's no way you're gonna fight against those people and win. So at least if you stayed in the town and like cleared everything out, cleared everyone out, like made sure everyone's out, that's one thing. But no, you're staying in the town for what? To defend it? You knew you were gonna lose. You should have left. I'm like, yes, the wedding was so freaking cute. Everything about it was so cute. Like I really just love how, you know, like almost pure this book is. It's just so plainly, it's just so like, it's not plain, it's just so like stripped back in a way. It's just so like refreshing to read something like this. I love it. I love the way they just talk as well. And just like, I don't know, it's just perfect. Everything about it is perfect. But like really, I was tight at them for that. I'm like, can you please just leave and go be safe, please? Just go. There's nothing for you to report anymore. And then me, I'm sitting here like, obviously I'm scared for what is happening to Roman. And I'm so, like my heart, I could cry, honestly. But I'm also sitting here like, the typewriters. Oh my gosh. They're gonna be destroyed. I'm so glad they didn't burn that town, because I would have been so tight, because these typewriters are so cool. And they were left in the town. I don't know, guys. Anyway, honestly, that's it for this video. I don't know. I'm curious to see like what other books they would recommend. But again, let me know if you guys enjoyed this, because I had a lot of fun. I know I look homeless, but that's it for this video, guys. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye, nerds.